Welcome back to another rebuild here on NBA 2K23 Next Gen. In today's video, we are going to be continuing with the offseason rebuilds, and today we have the Houston Rockets. The Rockets finished last season 21-61. It was tied for the second worst record in the NBA. With the San Antonio Spurs, those two teams were only ahead of the Detroit Pistons, which means those three teams all have the same odds at the number one overall pick. Obviously, we're hoping we have a really good draft pick today. We can draft a generational player, hopefully build around him a little bit with the young core this team already has. But progression in this game with the Houston Rockets is pretty good. We already have some solid foundational pieces, and I think we can get this team a championship. As always, let me know any other video ideas down below in the comment section, specifically what teams you want me to do offseason rebuilds with. As I'm sure many of you know, we're only doing teams that have been eliminated from the postseason so far. So no teams that are currently in the playoffs at the date I'm recording this and whenever the next one is. You guys get the gist. As always, you guys are new to the channel or have not yet subscribed. Do me a favor, hit that sub button. Stick around a while. We'd love to have you join the community. But yeah, man, without further ado, the Rockets have had a tough last year, and it's been a pretty downward slope since James Harden has left and he got traded. But I think with some work, man, we can get this team back to maybe even championship contention. Let's get into it. We are still using this shared scenario because Start Today is still not working for God knows what reason, but it's not completely updated. And again, it really doesn't matter that it's not completely updated because these teams we're using aren't in the playoffs. So I don't really care. It doesn't matter. Obviously, it's not going to affect us. Let's take a full look at this roster right now. We have KPJ here as our starting point guard. He's only 22 years old. He's on a 3-year deal. It's not terrible money. We'll see how he progresses, and then we'll go from there if he's going to be my starter the remainder of the video. We have Ty Washington, former number 29 overall pick. In last year's draft out of Kentucky, we have Dashian, I'm terrible with names. And then the corpse of 35-year-old DJ Augustine still going strong in the league. We have Jalen Green, who was just the second overall pick a couple years ago. We're hoping we can get him to a high enough level where he can be super consistent. It's not like he had a dog shit year last year. There were just some nights where it didn't look good, to be honest with you. So we're going to work on developing him. He does progress super well in this game, so I'm feeling good about that aspect. 98% chance he doesn't go anywhere. We have Josh Christopher here, 21 years old. Again, really good young depth on this team. I like it a lot. 22-year-old Kenyon Martin Jr., just 79 overall. Then we have Jay Sean Tate here as well. Power forward spot, Jabari Smith Jr. just went 3rd overall. We're hoping to develop him as much as possible as well. We have Terry Easton. I mean, there's some good young players on this team. And obviously, Şengün is just an absolute stud. I like this man quite a bit. He's probably not going anywhere. Frank Kaminsky, Usman Garuba, and Boban. I had no idea Boban was on this team. Good God, free my boy. I mean, he just... Damn, bro. I feel like at 34 for Boban, there's no point of being on this team. But let's go ahead and let's sim the rest of this playoff run, see how everything goes. There's going to be a Golden State Warriors and a Milwaukee Bucks finals. And the Golden State Warriors go back-to-back. 35-year-old Steph Curry gets his second straight finals MVP. Congratulations. All right, this is obviously a big night for us in the draft lottery, seeing what pick we do end up getting. Where, you know, obviously same odds as, oh, well, it's the Pistons, it's not the Knicks, and the Spurs. To have that number one overall selection, let's see what it ends up falling to. And we end up going all the way to 4, which is a little bit unfortunate. And I only say that because there's two guys I have in mind. They're both top 3 prospects. I'm not getting Victor Wembanyama today. It's either going to be Scoot Henderson or potentially Brandon Miller. Staff signing, Steven Salas has been fired, so I'm going to fire him. Funny enough, at the time I'm recording this, Nick Nurse just got fired, and he's like a strong candidate right now to be the new Rockets head coach, but I'm probably not going to sign him. You know what would be cool? Like, is Ime Udoka here, or did they just take him out of the game because the man was so horny? I mean, I don't know. Is he here? Because if he's here, I'll sign him. I love Ime. He was a great head coach for my Celtics. Unfortunately, things kind of came up. I don't know. This game makes everything way too challenging. So, you know what? I got Stauffer the other day. I'm going to go with Jacob Underwood, who I've definitely had some success with. He's going to be my new head coach, hopefully leading us to the promised land. So that 4th overall selection isn't bad. Unfortunately, it just doesn't guarantee we get one of those top 2 prospects that I was hoping for. Well, top 3, but you know what I mean. So, well, Scoot Henderson's technically listed 4th. All right, I'm going to hop into the draft. This might be a risk, but I'm going to... So Victor Wembanyama goes 1. I'm going to see who Charlotte takes 2. And then if they don't take one of those 2 players, I'm probably going to try to trade up. Or just stay at my pick. Brandon Miller goes 2. Shit. Kind of wanted Brandon Miller. Do we have to go after Scoot now? Ah, man. I just know Brandon Miller progresses well. And I have KPJ, though. You know what? No. I'm gonna sit. I'm gonna sit here. Oh wait, do we have 5? Wait a damn minute. No, we have 4. Why does it say we have 5 right there? I don't know. Okay, it just moved it up, and I'm assuming Scoot Henderson goes right now. What? Okay, well, Indiana made a move. They sent Buddy Hield in the 3rd overall pick to Utah for Lowry Markkanen and Walker Kessler, which means Utah is now on the clock. And what the fuck? Okay, well, Scoot Henderson is here if we want him. To be honest with you, I don't have a problem with KPJ, but Scoot Henderson is a much better player prospect in my opinion, so he's going to be my pick. I'm sure I have another pick as well. I also have 18 from the Clippers and 29 from the Bucks, so I'll draft some guys. Why the hell not? Can't hurt. Gregory Jackson Jr. is here. Carson Wallace from Kentucky is here. You know what? Why not? I'll take Carson Wallace. Could be a good depth piece for me. At the end of the day, it's not that big of a deal. And then finally, I just drafted a shooting guard, so I don't need one. Let's draft Tracy Jackson Davis. Cool. Welcome to Houston. I don't know. They're just depth pieces. Henderson's a 79, Carson Wallace 75, and Tracy Jackson Davis is a 71. Welcome to the team. All right, so at this point in time, in an unrealistic rebuild, I'm not really going to pay too much attention about who I'm bringing back. I'm going to bring everybody back, and then if I want to move them, I can move them. It's not that big of a deal. There are obviously rumors right now that James Harden could potentially go back to Houston this offseason. For me, I'm assuming if and when the Philadelphia 76ers most likely get eliminated in the 2nd round, maybe by some miracle they beat the Celtics and then the Bucks kick their teeth in, that James Harden will obviously become a free agent. I don't think it would be completely idiotic for Philadelphia to try to give him the money he probably deserves, but he's still 33 going on 34. So it's obviously a risk. I don't know how much Houston would hypothetically offer him. I'm assuming if Philly offers him that he'll probably take it or anywhere near that. We do have the money if we want to go out and get him, but for me, he doesn't fit this timeline at all. He's going to start regressing. You all know that. I'm going to pass on James Harden today. But it would be cool to see if he potentially went back to Houston in the offseason. I'm sure the strip club owners everywhere would be very, very happy. All right, so we obviously have Scoot Henderson. We have KPJ. Those are my 2 point guards. KPJ will come off the bench. I drafted Carson Wallace as well, who I thought was a shooting guard, to be completely honest with you. So right now, I might look to upgrade my small forward spot. It's not a shot at Kenyon Martin Jr. In the long run, I don't necessarily think he's going to be a star on this team, and I do strongly believe we have every other position on this team filled in. So let's try to look for some sort of upgrade at our starting small forward spot. I'm going to attempt to trade for Scottie Barnes from the Toronto Raptors right now. He's somebody who progresses quite well, and he'd be my new starting small forward now. I don't necessarily love his fit at small forward. I think he's more a 4 than he is a 3, but here in 2K, it does not matter nearly as much. So I'm going to try to get this to go through. I can give up some swaps. I'd rather keep Brooklyn's first this year just in case they're bad, but down the line, I don't mind as much. And then you want Garuba as well? Okay, cool. So that's a lot to give up, I know, but at the end of the day, I'm still happy with the depth we have, and we've retained most of the players I really wanted to retain. So Scottie Barnes, going to be my new starting small forward. We have the rest of this starting 5 kind of filled out at this point. I do need to find a new backup center. Tracy Jackson Davis is just a little bit too small, in my opinion, to be a center. I don't know. And then, yeah, I think Dashy and Nix is probably going to get moved right now. I don't really need him. I brought him back on some sort of option. I just don't really think I need him. And I'll take a draft pick here from Cleveland. So in terms of backup centers, we obviously have money to go out and basically get whoever we want. I don't know. I mean, maybe Poku, honestly. I'll take a flyer on Poku. He doesn't want a ton of money. Sure, why the hell not? Poku, welcome to the team. We're going to let everybody else go, and then this team's basically all set. I'll see you guys at the start of year 1 here in Houston. I would say we had a pretty successful offseason. We made some moves that can hopefully have us be better now and in the future. I think player progression is going to be key. We already see Jalen Green up to an 88, Barnes an 86, Jabari Smith. I mean, this is just, it's great to see. It's Scoot Henderson, Jalen Green, Scottie Barnes, Jabari Smith Jr., Alperen Şengün, bench unit, Kevin Porter Jr., Terry Easton, Poku, Jay Sean Tate, and Josh Christopher. I mean, it's not a bad team at all. It's just a very young team, and hopefully a team that can still play at a pretty high level. I'm not making any promises for playoffs or anything. I still like the squad a lot, though. I'll see you guys at end of year 1. Year 1 is officially over, and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is your MVP. I mean, he's just an absolute stud. I mean, those are just ridiculous numbers. He deserves it. Victor Wembanyama went first overall. He wins Rookie of the Year for Portland. Cole Anthony, 6th Man of the Year in Orlando. Giannis wins Depoy. Jalen Duren, Most Improved. Joe Mazzulla wins Head Coach of the Year for the Boston Celtics. To be honest with you, I did not see our record on the year. We finished actually 49-33. That's great. I was seamlessly scrolling through Twitter because it's been a busy morning on NBA Twitter this Friday. And yeah, we take the 4 seed here in the Western Conference. I'm pretty happy with that, especially because I didn't know if this team was going to be in the playoffs or not. It's Jalen Green, Jabari Smith Jr., Scoot Henderson, pretty valuable rookie year. Şengün, Scottie Barnes, KPJ, Eason, Poku. Not bad. Rebounds, Şengün, and assists was Henderson. All right, so we have the Kings here in round 1. Sacramento Kings are a pretty good team. I don't think I could have said that a couple years back, but they have done a tremendous job, and they have been super entertaining to watch. I'm just hoping we can beat them right now. We lose the first 2 games, we lose the first 3 games. Okay, we got swept by Sacramento, who probably were a better team, but nonetheless, we were the higher seed. Whatever. The Cleveland Cavaliers are going to be taking on LeBron James in the NBA Finals. Cleveland gets it done in 7, and Darius Garland is your Finals MVP. All right, year 1 is officially done. I think we have Brooklyn's pick. I don't think it's in the lottery, though. Oh, wait. Yes, it is. It's going to potentially be number 5. That's what it's projected right now, and it goes to number 8. Sweet. One of those days with 2K, I guess. Jacob Underwood is not going anywhere. Let's head up to the draft. Obviously, the 8th overall selection is a big piece. What I'm going to do with it, I have absolutely no idea because I kind of am comfortable with the entirety of this starting 5. I mean, unless there's like a huge major move somewhere that I'm just not seeing, I don't know exactly what it could be. I mean, in terms of depth pieces, I'm good at point guard, probably good at shooting guard, maybe could draft a new backup small forward, but I'm good at power forward, and I'm kind of good at center as well. So I think it's really just development at this point. Let's see if there's any like dependable small forward here. Oh my God. I draft this man a lot, but he should not be sitting here right now. This man's 6. Yeah, I'm sorry. I won't draft him after this video. There's no reason for him to be sitting there, though, at this point. I do not need all of these second-round picks, so thank you very much, Milwaukee, and then one more, and we move 5, and thank you very much, Philly. All right, so we might have just gotten a steal there at number 8 in terms of Massa Busailis. He's a 77 overall, and he will most likely be my new backup small forward. I'm still bringing back Tate, definitely bringing back Christopher, and yeah, I'm feeling... Whoa, what the fuck? Where did Io come from? I didn't sign him unless he was like the game auto-signed him. Huh. Okay, what a fucking awesome name. Ojavi King, that's a great name. I don't need to give Io qualifying, you know what I'm saying? Like, where did he come from? Okay, in terms of our free agents, we don't really have any. I am going to move Massa Busailis probably to the backup small forward spot because he actually develops quite well, and I kind of want to see if I can develop him as much as possible. So he will be my backup to Scottie Barnes. His secondary position will be shooting guard still. Man has negative drip. And, yeah, I don't really... I mean, I might move Jae'Sean Tate. I don't really see a need or a fit for him on this team anymore. So, yeah, I mean, I love the depth on this team. I think everything is kind of fitting the way I kind of intended it to. And Jae'Sean Tate now, who's going to be expiring after this year... I'll take a couple draft picks for potentially in Atlanta. That's a swap best. Oh, sure. Why not? All right, so we're all set. We have our 10 guys going forward. Hopefully progression can continue to happen, and we can just be a really solid team. See you guys at the start of year 2. We had a pretty quiet offseason. We didn't make too many changes. The only addition here is Massa Busailis as my new backup small forward. And, yeah, I think everything's still kind of going to plan. We ended as a 4 seed last year. Unfortunately, did get swept in round 1, but... nonetheless, I like this team a lot. It's Scoot Henderson, Jalen Green, Scottie Barnes, Jabari Smith Jr., Alperen Şengün. The bench unit's really, really solid. KPJ, Terry Eason, Poku, Massa Busailis, and Josh Christopher. I think we can be a top 3 seed this year. Hopefully go have a little bit of a playoff run as well. See you guys at the end of year 2. We finished year 2, 57-25. I will definitely take that. We are definitely in contention. I'm feeling pretty good. After winning a Finals MVP last year, Darius Garland wins an MVP this year. I mean, he is very talented. Isaiah Collier, Rookie of the Year. He went 3rd overall to the Chicago Bulls. Fultz, Sixth Man of the Year, has a new home in Memphis. Victor Wembanyama wins a DPOY in his 2nd year. He also wins Most Improved. JB Bickerstaff does take home Coach of the Year. So, let's take a look at the full standings right now. We finished as the 2 seed here in the West. 2 games behind the Oklahoma City Thunder. And, yeah, Cleveland takes the 1 spot over there in the East. Take a look at the numbers on the year, see how everything shook out. Jalen Green, Jabari Smith Jr., Henderson, Şengün, Barnes. I mean, I like it. I think everything's going to plan, and I honestly do really think that we're in a good spot right now. So, who are we going to have in round 1? We are going to find out. It's going to be the Portland Trail Blazers, who no longer have Damian Lillard, but they have Simon still, Sharp still. They added Victor Wembanyama. Obviously, this is a interesting team. I mean, I feel like that's a fun team that you could have played with Dame, and I don't know. We're up 3-1 right now, and we do end up winning in 5. We're going to be taking on the 3-seeded Nuggets here, who have added Jordan Clarkson, added JRE, but for the most part, besides maybe some bench pieces, it's still the same exact squad. We're up 2-0. We're up 2-1 at the moment. We go up 3-1. We close them out in 5. It is us against the Oklahoma City Thunder, 2 young up-and-coming teams. They've added Cameron Whitmore. They've added Clint Capella to their team. Interesting move when you have Chet Holmgren right there, but not my business. We're 1-1 with them right now. We go up 2-1. We go up 3-1, and we're in the NBA Finals. We are going to be taking on Darius Garland. Holy Jesus Christ. Yeah, it's 2K's favorite teams right here. It used to be the Pelicans, and it's now changed to the Cavs and the Hawks. Not that the Cavs aren't a great team. They always somehow add Kuzma for like $10 a year. It's ridiculous. Yep, I don't get it. All right, let's sim this round. They're probably a better team. I don't know. We'll see. We're up to... son of a bitch. They're just overpowered, man. They really are. Here in 2K, anyways. They really are. All right, let's hit the lottery for the final time. Heading into the final offseason, we are not going to have any lottery picks. It doesn't look like Pacers, Thunder, Pistons, Kings, and Brooklyn Nets. Steph signing right now. I'm still good with Jacob Underwood. I mean, in terms of moves for this team, I don't really think there's anything major I want to do. I think one final year progression, maybe a small bench move could be it, but I don't really see anything else that's needed other than that. I mean, this is a good team right here. I mean, there's nothing really to change. Everybody's been playing fine. KPJ definitely coming back. I'll bring back Tracy Jackson-Davis. I mean, he's a bench piece. He's a roster spot at the end of the day. I don't know how IO keeps ending up here. This is a lot of free agents. Thank God I can qualify them all. Hang on a minute. Okay, hang with me for a second. Because Giannis and Tatum are free agents. Okay. I'm definitely going to offer them both contracts because it would be dumb for me to not do that. And then, do any of our guys have offers? Şengün has offers. That's not real, though. Okay, shit. This is going to put me in a weird spot. I'm going to have to do some serious cap maneuvering right now. Josh Christopher can go. I have Şengün still. I have to retain Jalen Green. I have to. I don't actually have to retain Scottie Barnes. It's not the end of the world. But I'd like to attempt to. So at this point in time, I'm going to have to clear up a lot of cap space because we have $12 million right now with renouncing everybody, and these two combined are making $44 million. So what is that? That's what, $32 million I have to clear up? I don't know if that's going to be possible with the way this roster is constructed. KPJ is 100% gone. I think Poku's gone. Matas Busailis could be gone, and then we can go from there. All right, so I'm going to trade KPJ right now for basically a bag of peanuts. I don't care what I get back. I mean, just literally, just come on. Seriously, just give me a draft pick, please. Seriously? Okay, I'll do Ender Nembhard and I'll trade him. This might take a minute, and I'm sorry, but it's not every day I get the ability to sign Giannis, especially when my team is already this good. So now I think Poku definitely has to go, which is fine. I don't mind that. I mean, again, I don't love giving up the depth that we've kind of built a championship contending team around, but I'm not necessarily mad about it because I still do think we're in a pretty good spot right now. Okay. Thank you. I just need draft picks. Okay, so how much is that now? We have $38.97 million. It's 25 million, so it's really 45 million I have to clear up. So I basically need another $7-ish million to clear up. There's nobody else down here, right? Yeah, no. That's basically what I have to do at this point. So $7-ish million. I mean, is there anybody here that's making that's Busailis? If I move Matas Busailis or Terry Eason and Tracy Jackson-Davis, we have the money. We do. The bench is definitely going to get worse. I actually think I'd rather, because Terry Eason can go because we don't need a power forward if we're signing Giannis. Yeah, wow. This rebuild took a turn I didn't necessarily think it would. Somebody just give me a goddamn draft pick. Thank you. Donovan, is that Donovan Klingen? Klingen? What? Who? Thank you very much. And then we're going to have to move Tracy Jackson-Davis as well. And then if we do everything right here, keyword is if we do everything right, I should not have to renounce him, and I should be able to keep Scottie as well. Okay, this is going to take some serious work. I'm fine renouncing Christopher. We still have Şengün. We still have Green. We still have Barnes. Let's hope we can get this. Okay, that's fine. Let's make sure that none of our guys have any real offers yet. This is not a real offer. He's not going to accept that. These are just qualifying offers. So we're still good. We're still not renounced there. One more day. They're going to get some offers now, I know. All right, so I got to max him out here. Make sure he doesn't accept that. And then I have to max him out here, make sure that he doesn't accept that. I mean, I'm just giving him the money just because I want him to make sure he doesn't accept these offers. This is going to take some serious work right now. Okay, let me make sure I do this all right. Do not accept. Do not. I know. Do not accept. Do not accept. Do not renounce. Do not renounce. Do not renounce. We still have the cap space. We still have these guys held up. We still have Giannis. And we're good on Christopher. Okay, so Giannis is officially a member of this team now. Now I have to prioritize a little bit because if we go over the hard cap, I have to make sure I get Jalen Green back specifically. If I end up losing Barnes, that's not the end of the world. But I want to get Jalen Green back 100%. I have to get him back. I would like to get Şengün back as well because he's a really good center. So let me pay him. And then I'm also going to pay Barnes, but I'm going to wait to accept his until the day after this. So wait to accept Barnes, wait to renounce Barnes. We get Jalen Green and Şengün back. Hopefully we're good there. And then is it going to let me sign Scottie Barnes? Wow. I have no idea. We have some other moves to make. I actually can't believe we just pulled that off. We completely kind of fucked up the depth on this team, but we have Giannis and we have a ton of other stars at this point. So what I'm thinking right now, I'm going to sign a new backup point guard, a new backup center. We're going to go 9-man rotation. I think it's kind of the best way we can kind of go about this. Von Looney, welcome to the team. And then, yeah, you want to give me like Terrence Mann? Can I get them both? I can't get Mann. We got Looney. Fine. Give me Jose Alvarado. Actually, you know what? Give me Chris Dunn. I don't mind some... Oops, excuse me. Give me Chris Dunn. I actually wouldn't mind his defense on this squad. This team is just absolutely fucking insane. I actually can't believe we're gonna have Jabari Smith Jr. as a 6-man off the bench. And it's not like he was playing bad, but when you have the option to get Giannis, which does not come by every day, I'm gonna do it. Wow, wow, wow. I'll see you guys at the start of the third and final year. I don't really have the words to describe how good this team is. It's without a doubt one of the best teams I've built so far, and it's absolutely insane. It's Scoot Henderson, Jalen Green, Scottie Barnes, Giannis Antetokounmpo, and Alperen Şengün. The bench unit, Jabari Smith Jr., Matas Busailis, Kevon Looney, and Chris Dunn. I mean, no words. I mean, if we don't win a championship, I don't know what will. See you guys at the end of the third and final season. Giannis wins an MVP here at the end of year 3 in his first season with us here in Houston. We go 76-6. I think it's pretty safe to say that we are probably the title favorites. Justin Edwards, Rookie of the Year. Amen Thompson, 6-man. Victor Wembanyama, Depoy. Ian Jackson, Most Improved. And Jacob Underwood. Obviously going to take home Coach of the Year when you win 76 games. 16 games up on the Portland Trail Blazers for the 2 seed. And over there in the East, it looks like it was, what, Charlotte? All right, points per game, Green, Henderson, Giannis, all 20-plus. Jabari Smith Jr. off the bench. I mean, just an absolutely insane team. I'm so happy that this kind of came together because, obviously, I always see Tatum and Giannis being free agents, and I never really have the money to sign them. So when I saw that I had the money, I was a little bit surprised, and I'm really happy this worked out the way it did. I'm not really worried about anybody in a playoff series. I mean, DeJounte Murray's back in San Antonio. What in the hell is this fucking team? Yeah, thanks for coming. And then Portland here, who we've obviously seen before, but they... Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, well, why would you not play Simons at the 1? That's actually a really good team, but that's crazy that you're not playing Simons at the 1. We're up 3-1 right now, and we do end up winning in 5, and we are going to be taking on Lonzo Ball in the Washington Wizards. Oh, my God. Thanks for coming. We end up winning in 5, and Scoot Henderson is your finals MVP. Obviously, this is a pretty extreme rebuild. I mean, we had a shit ton of good players, and adding Giannis is a pretty good way to kind of cap this one off. So I had a ton of fun with this one. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed watching. If you did, click a like down below. It'd always be appreciated. As always, let me know any other video ideas down below. And yeah, man, that wraps this one up. This is going to be the last video of the week because it is Friday. So I hope you guys all do have a great weekend. And yeah, man, that pretty much wraps it up. I'll actually be at a wedding this weekend, so looking forward to that. As always, thanks so much for watching. I love you guys. I'll catch you guys all in the next one.